listened to Dr. Benfu and even the Reverend Father it's quite apt. This methane emission and this abatement is apt. It's something we should all be concerned about. Environmental matters is on the concurrent list of the Methane Constitution, which means that even at the federal, state, and local levels, we should all be concerned about it. Let me observe that the oil companies, by the instant laws now, are being supervised by Austria, and unfortunately, I can't see any of their representatives here. So that should be noted. We should, in subsequent this kind of discussions, we should be able to be present so that they will also give their input. I know that we just can't begin to enforce laws that are not relevant to our various MBAs. So, since they are in charge of the oil companies, they have a stake here. I also want to observe that the national body, you recall that when PS was speaking, she started by talking about how the toxic waste was dumped in cocoa some years ago. That was the reason why the environmental laws were enacted. And my agency, the Environmental Protection Agency, was established in 1997 by the bill of the State House of Assembly. Of course, it came on board before even the creation of the Ministry of Environment and even the Waste Management Board. And the laws at that time, were heaped on the Asaba. But at the creation of all the other, the main ministry and the Waste Management Board and other relevant MDAs, those functions were now reduced to them. I also want to observe that the state, the Delta State in particular, is working. We have a working committee, that is the Livestock Management Committee. So I'm sure that at the end of this workshop, we should be able to reach them so that it will be added in their mandate. Because we are talking about livestock emissions from animals and all that, so that they can also handle that area. I think that is all I have to say for now. I'm sure that at the end of this workshop, we should all go on something. Thank you.
This advocacy, I know, will go a long way to tell people that there is more in that waste and that wood you just raised and can be annexed for usage. Although the ministry is not also relaxing in that area, just like my PS will say, doing the talk is good, but talking the talk is also good, but doing the talk is better. Is better. I want to remark here that apart from talking this talk, we should take it a step further to demonstrating how it can be trapped and how it can be annexed. I remember when we were dealing with portable drinking water, the man just came with the equipment and demonstrated, and that was how some of us went into water purification without recourse to crying to government. You just go procure the machine and you start purifying your drink. You can produce real pure water without these people that do illegal production coming into your area. So please, for this talk, I want the organization to take a step further by doing the talk. Just doing the talk. Because the methane we are talking about is a natural resources that we need. If you look at your cooking gas, you pay a lot more money to buy your cooking gas, but it's there. You need electricity. You pay a lot of money to buy electricity, but you have methane around you.
I want to actually assure you of our cooperation as a ministry. We want to assure you of our cooperation, especially to the organizers and to all of us that are here. We want to assure you of our cooperation. And what I would also want to say is that there's also need for sensitization and publicity, especially as it concerns the methane gas emission. Because I want to say that most of our farmers do not actually know or do not actually realize the amount of emission or the amount of methane that is being taken off from the cow dung. So what I want to say is that there is need for more publicity and sensitization on the part of our farmers. And on our part as livestock department, I just somehow got to know that one of the things that affects the issue of methane emission is the quality of the food or the nature of the food or feeding rather. I think the Reverend Father mentioned it, so somebody had mentioned it. So going forward, we will look at how we are going to actually manage our cattle better. To make sure that there is low levels of this emission as it concerns the rearing capacity. Thank you very much. And I want to also say that there's also need for us to reach out to the abattoirs, the various abattoirs, because that is where we have bulk of the animals, especially bulk of the animals that release this methane. And also the points that they are being discharged, maybe when they come from outside the state, there are points where they first of all keep them. There's also need for us to monitor those places. Thank you very much.
There are two ways I see this abatement going, either by policy or by law. So we, on our own part, the arm of government, we deal with law. Somehow we turn policy to law. Now, if we go to the Ministry of Environment and Health, it can come as a way of policy. But it will be then another way is through the law, and that's where I think we come in law. I want to sit and observe more, because the abatement, by the time we get more enlightenment on it, we will now know from where. Because I was thinking, if we are going to go by law, and I've heard about biogas, can you say, like for example, I know cattle, they have a lot of their dogs generate biogas. And on that side, I was thinking about utilization. If the market, this is me thinking, if the market has the potential of biogas, one thing we not think, how are we going to use it? How are we going to pipe it from their place to where it's being going to be utilized? These are the things I'm thinking. Why am I thinking of this? For us to see how we can come up with something that will, a law or a policy that will exist. So for us, the House of Assembly, I think it's more about enlightenment and to see this abatement from what angle are we coming, and to see how we can join hands with the Ministry of Health, that's the executive arm, and other arms of government to ensure that we all, because for our benefit, the health implication is much. Asthma, it can lead to methane, asthma, even stroke, due to the heat, can lead to stroke. So there's so many things. There's effects of this methane to us as humans. So for us, that's what assembly. I think more we want to see where we can come in this whole discussion.
Like initially posited, agriculture is the highest contributor of methane known globally. So we deal with some commodities, cassava, poultry, palm oil, and we try to see a way, in as much as we need food, we don't want the environment to turn against us. So the methane, somebody was talking about a poultry farm that powers itself. Sir, it's real. By the grace of God, I am the anchor person in that project. Our waste is not waste anymore. I've been able to construct a pilot biodigester We've been able to scrub out the impurities and lit it. So we are working on getting a commercial one so that we can start distributing the gas. It's not a fiction. I am the anchor person. I'm the one running it. When you come to ABP, that is where we are. So the poultry droppings, you know, when you put it like, some people have challenges because of some technical know-how. It has ammonia, you know, it has high percentage of ammonia. It will not leak. So you have to do pre-digestion and have at least 3 layers of scrubbing, and it will definitely light. So if you want the knowledge, I'm glad that we have the net. I was at the Oko market the other day to get something for an occasion. The heat was much, and I just laughed. And when I looked at the environment, they are wasting resources. A kg of gas is how much now, please? And we're having it free. So I'm glad that we have agencies. We have the Ministry of Environment, the Methane Abatement, the lawman here that can make it, even the livestock. So we can work together. I think that's the essence of this whole workshop. We can work together, see how we can finance ourselves to safeguard the environment, and also make sure that we get the most of what we have around. The gas is not far-fetched, and we just need to come together and do what we are supposed to do. So you see, when you use that poultry dropping or cow dung directly on your crop as manure, if you do it on palm, most of them will start dying immediately. You know why? It needs curing. So with the biodigester, you are not just getting gas, you are getting a good source of fertilizer. The environment will be safe and clean. So it's a win-win, no loss, no story, no e-health. So I believe that we partnering together can make Nigeria and our environment better. Thank you.
Studies have been done in the academic world with regard to methane production as far as we is concerned. And basically, our interest, apart from the fact the problem of greenhouse gas production problem, the Runa study, is that much of the energy being wasted in methane production can be harnessed for the animal productivity and growth and reproduction. Because basically, methane is produced from some microorganisms in the rumen that are called methanogens. There are 4 microorganisms basically in the rumen that are responsible for fermentation. We have the bacteria, the protozoa, the fungi, and you have the methanogens. And so methanogens are responsible for methane, and they produce from carbon dioxide and then hydrogen gas. When they combine, they produce methane. And to a large extent, it's an energy being wasted if the animal could have utilized for its growth and reproduction and for other functions. So methane abatement try to reduce emission from the ruminants is of great importance to the ruminant study. And a lot of work have been done in terms of research in trying to control that. But very briefly, because a very brief remark, the challenge we will have in trying to reduce emission from ruminants will have to do with the system of hearing these ruminants. Like the Reverend Father said in the opening remark this morning, what the animal eats determines how much methane they emit.
It's a very timely project. We are talking of waste to wealth. We are talking about the environment and how we can make sure that we keep our environment in a good order, and at the same time prevent all we say about environmental pollution. I would say this. I want to look at the area of step-down trading. Step-down trading is very important. What do I mean by that? after we have gotten this knowledge, we should be able to go back and use the opportunity either in our grassroots, in our various ministry, or in our various business environments, to organize the training so that other people will actually benefit from what we have learned. Having said this, partnership is very important. And I look at a partnership should also involve the schools. The organizer should think about going to schools to organize this kind of training for the students, so that by the time they graduate, they can be able to make their wealth. It's not just coming to tap the phone and we're talking about Yahoo. That is not the only way you can make money. In fact, that is a very indecent way of making money. There are better ways to make money with this Methane. Before I conclude, talking about inspiration, the gentle lady that really talked about inspiration has left. I felt that the waste, generating waste to waste, is there any need for insulation? Because we are wasting that. I feel that burning is a kind of waste. A waste that will not be able to achieve anything from. So on this note, I am advising us to do a kind of network. Networking is very important, so that if there's any time we have training anywhere, either in the grassroots or we are making a step down anywhere, we should be able to call ourselves to join in the training so that the participation will really be an advantage to everyone. Thank you very much.